We will never surrender. We win or we die.
An Islamic scholar turned freedom fighter, Omar al-Mukhtar is best known for leading an armed revolution and guerrilla campaign against Italian colonizers for the last 2 decades of his life until his capture and subsequent execution 90 years ago. He remains a Libyan national hero and an inspirational symbol of resistance against overwhelming odds. Mukhtar was born into the Minifa tribe between 1856 and 1862. The exact year isn't known for sure. In the village of Zawiyat Janzur, near the eastern port city of Tobruk. The Minifo were Arabized Amazigis from the ancient region of Marmarica, situated between Libya and Egypt. At the time, this part of Libya became known as Italian Cyrenaica, which along with Italian Tripolitania in the west was taken from the Ottoman Empire during the 1911 Italo-Turkish War. Upon being orphaned at a young age, and in accordance with his father's will, he was adopted by Sharif al-Gariani, a renowned scholar and family friend. Mukhtar would go on to receive an education at the local madrasa, Islamic school, where he memorized the Quran. He continued his religious education at the University of Jagbub, which was affiliated with the Sufi Sanusi order, and served the movement's spiritual headquarters in the remote oasis in the desert of eastern Libya. Having studied there for 8 years, Mukhtar graduated as an imam and scholar, and joined the Sanusi Brotherhood under the leadership of the Shaykh Muhammad al-Mahdi al-Sanusi, 1844-1902. He was the son of the movement's founder, Shaykh Muhammad ibn Ali al-Sanusi, and the father of King Idris of Libya, 1890-1983. Mukhtar returned to Tobruk to serve the community, but in 1897 was called upon by al-Mahdi to become the Shaykh of the eastern town of Zawiyat al-Kusawr before traveling to Sudan, where he was appointed as a deputy to the Sanusi leader. It was during this caravan trail that he earned his famous nickname, Lion of the Desert. In 1899, aged 37, he was sent to Chad, where he and other Sanusi forces joined the local resistance against French colonialists. Then he was recalled and reappointed as head of Zawiyat al-Kusur by the Sanusi order's new supreme leader, Ahmed al-Sharif, following al-Mahdi's death in 1902. However, when the Italians invaded Libya in 1911, the movement diverted its resistance efforts from Chad to face the new, more immediate threat. By now in his 50s, Mukhtar drew upon his experience of fighting colonial forces and desert warfare to become the unofficial leader of the Mujahideen in their struggle to liberate their country. When the fascists came to power in Italy under the dictator Benito Mussolini in 1922, the Italians carried out what they referred to as a reconquista of ancient Roman colonies in North Africa. Under the rallying slogan, "We will win or die," Omar launched a daring guerrilla campaign against the Italian forces, who were often vulnerable to ambushes and raids in the unfamiliar desert terrain. Crucially, he also enjoyed extensive local support in the form of fighters, food, and supplies. Italian forces were unable to defeat Mukhtar's forces tactically, and so instead targeted his support base and supply lines. They used heavy-handed tactics, including barbed wire strung along the Egyptian border, poisoning wells, and setting up concentration camps where tens of thousands perished. Mass executions were carried out to try to crush the morale of the resistance fighters. It all actually emboldened the Mujahideen and support for Mukhtar and the cause. However, after years of humiliating setbacks for the occupation forces, the Italians eventually wounded and captured him in an ambush on 11 September 1931. He was put on trial 3 days later and sentenced to death by hanging. Aged 73, Mukhtar is said to have reacted to the sentence by reciting the Quranic verse, "From God we came, and to God we must return. On 16th September 1931, the elderly Omar al-Mukhtar was hanged in front of his supporters in the Suluk concentration camp, south of Benghazi. Symbolically, at least, his execution put an end to the Senussi resistance and unified Italian Libya.
They steal our land. They destroy our homes. They kill innocent people, and you call it peace. I will not be corrupted by that man's peace.